Alright, so Garitos, I'm gonna have you probably swap over to this map, altitude, and we're gonna be playing essentially a mech style map, or we're gonna go for a catadrop mech on this map, just because I think this is a really good map. I know you said you were gonna be, you want to be very flexible, so and also I've already I guess shown Beast and also Rax with the other two players, or two of the other players, Hydra and Gandhi. So yeah, okay. Essentially, this map, I think it's really good for mech, and I thought it'd be a good idea just to, um, I guess, show a mech build as well, and just generally what you want to be doing for that build as well. So standard 9 house. Something really important with mech is you've got to be really careful about how you SimCity. Um, Absolutely important, absolutely crucial for mech, especially compared to the other races. This is a little bit slow, like a tiny bit slow, but that's okay. It's not going to be a huge issue. But yeah, so essentially what I would recommend doing is just a 2-base catadrop build on this map. I think that's going to be very good for just this map and the map geometry, how it works. You've got this thing over here that you can attack the mine from here. Also here, if they take a really quick third here or here, you can also just drop in and out. So we're going to take advantage of that on this map, I think. So workshop, we're going to go up to 12 workers, and then Gatling gun as soon as the workshop finishes. As soon as the workshop finishes, you can also do a quick scout just around your base over here. Yeah, it's not required, but just to be extra safe. Gatling gun first, and we'll scout around. Probably not going to see anything interesting. And then we want to pull it back in time to build our castle. So one Gatling gun into castle. So about now, or a little bit before this, so maybe 2:15 is when the first wolf will arrive, if it is like a 1 den disregard build or a 2 den. If that happens, you're gonna pull 3 or 4 workers from your main, and your goal is don't get your Gatling gun surrounded. Essentially, if your Gatling gun gets surrounded, that's basically over. You want to pull your workers so that you want to like right click this mine over here probably and have your workers mineral walk there, ignoring all the wolves, and then once the Gatling gun finishes, you'll try to surround it and repair it so it doesn't die. That's essentially, and then if it is something like if there is a really early wolf, what I would recommend is you still go for the castle, yeah, but you do not go for a second Gatling gun. Instead, you just put down a mill and mill before your second Gatling gun, I think, is probably the best play. And then you still have like 3 or 4 workers here. You would put your Gatling gun in the wall, have your workers behind it, put them on auto repair. You can do that by right-clicking the repair button in the command card over here, and that should be fine to defend. And then you'll just counter attack with the gyros once they finish. But that's just a bit of a tangent on what you should do against Beast. I don't think people will play Beast on this map especially, but that's just information for if you do pull out mech later on and they do go for Beast. Yeah, so essentially, once you start your second Gatling gun, at the same time you want to be pulling a worker, put it on auto repair, just bring it over here, and obviously you want your Gatling guns perfectly in the wall in the middle. And if you do it that way, workers won't be, or units won't be able to get back through. So you'll have this on auto repair, and so what will happen is if they are going to go for a raider build, which I kind of think they will, they might go for a mech build as well. But if it is a raider build, they're going to arrive approximately when your worker arrives, so maybe 250-ish. yeah, around it's a smaller map, so maybe 250, maybe 245. So I guess you should probably pull this worker a little bit earlier. I guess so before you start your second Gatling gun. But especially if the raider starts attacking your Gatling gun, you're totally fine. You're just gonna repair it up with your worker. If it does not, if it starts flashing across, you want to have your worker go through mine. Click on the gold mine so that it walks through your Gatling gun and it chills. And then your worker will ideally be safe, won't take any hits, and you're essentially going to do that and that to save your Gatling gun. They might flash over to try to attack your worker, or attack building the castle. In that case, you can leave the wall and just bring it back, attack. Obviously, you want to take this worker over here, right-click it onto this mine to save it. Maybe even bring another worker, and maybe even two if you want to be extra careful. But at 18 supply, you're also going to go for a advanced workshop in your main base. It doesn't have to be in your main, but I think it's just better. Once you have two, you still want to have your worker here just for the repair. But yeah, essentially that's what you're going to do. You're going to continue building workers after you put down your advanced workshop. This worker was a little bit late, but that's okay. I don't really mind. And just continue worker production. Once you're at 20 supply, you're going to go for a catapult. Make sure you just keep this here just to be extra safe. Catapult into another worker. And then at 24 supply, we're going to go for a house. You can put it anywhere, it doesn't really matter. And then another worker, 25, and at 25, we're not going to build another unit out of the workshop. We're going to go for a airship first, and then as soon as you have the money, we're going to go for a catapult. If they are playing... Okay, why is this pause not working? My pause isn't working. Okay, I guess I'll have to continue talking. But essentially, if they're continuing to build raiders, you might have to have more workers just to defend, and that's a little bit annoying. But it'll be fine, I think. Just don't be afraid to like pull all your workers to defend against raiders or anything like that. So this should line up pretty well. What you want to do is bring a worker on auto repair, the two catapults, and you just go across the map. While that's going on, I would probably go for another catapult. You stop building units over here. Oh, I guess one thing I didn't notice, forgot to mention, is if you don't see a raider or a wolf early on, it's probably going to be mech or beast. Then you can probably just send this back. So yeah, we're gonna try to take a third base at the same time this is going on. So we're probably gonna put down a base over here, and then with this cata drop, we're gonna try to Q fire, select Q, and target the ground over here to do damage. And yeah, probably build a tower here just to be extra safe. It's okay if you're supply blocked a little bit. Yeah, and then obviously, oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that as soon as you have your advanced workshop up, what you want to do is, in this wall, I'm going to bring the workers here, you want to be putting caltrops down, and that will slow down anything that's coming, and then it should be fine. This sort of thing that almost never happens. And then essentially what you want to be doing is with your airship, you want to be going from here to here to here to try to do as much damage as you want, as you can. And then from there you have a third base. If you do see its mech, go for a ballista and a house before this third base. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This pause is not working for some reason. That's weird. I'm not quite sure why that's happening. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's things you want me to explain a little bit better. Repair is really good, by the way, so don't be afraid to just bring all your workers and repair. Yeah,